Letitia Viana of Swaziland, accompanied by Zambia's Bidai Soa and Brighton. Chisewe. As for Ghana, they also made 3 changes to the side, beaten by Malawi in the quarter-finals. Coming in, their right back, Benedict Simon. In midfield, attacking midfield, Stella Yemechek. And on the wings, Princess Martha dropping to the bench. Alice Kusi for the first time in the tournament. Evelyn Badu. And Yeboah, the right back. As you can see, a couple of players on yellow cards. 2 midfielders, Kucho, Jennifer Kucho, and Grace Santiago. There she is. Connell. Yet to play ever in this tournament. This is her big debut. Ghana get us underway, playing all in white and playing from right to left. The Ivorians in their familiar orange strip from left to right, with dreams of Women's World Cup glory. Somewhere where Ghana's Black Queens have been more than their opponents today. As Osmond Kwasi comes forward early on for the Ivorians. Round the corner. There's a foul in the area, a little clip. And 47 seconds on the clock. And the referee has pointed to the penalty spot. And the Ivorians have got a chance to take a very, very early lead.
Can you imagine?
Oh, she went down, that's Amani.
That is strong with Ghana.
Caught by Princess Martha, brought back into the side today by Coach Kim Bjorkegren. Will he be thinking about that decision now? What a start. There, the elephants. Well, in the semi-final between Morocco and Cameroon last night in Rabat, Kaylee Pina, the Cameroonian goalkeeper, drew save after save. 4 out of 5 penalties she faced, she was able to stop. What is going to happen here?
Alright guys, let's take a look at the match prediction, but first let's see what the outcome of this penalty kick will
Will
look
the
like.
Ivorians take a very early lead?
She is even so afraid. The tournament fever. She's so much afraid to take this penalty.
Penalty is being reviewed, as you can see, and that's the delay.
The penalty is being checked, but that is a penalty. It was unnecessary
You're
anyway.
going to add to the tension for both.
The player is running
Take
after the ball. She doesn't even have the ball. Then you
Goalkeeper
hit
now
her from
Pedrosny,
behind in your own 18.
Rory coach. No doubt what it should be. Ghanaian fans chanting for VAR. And the decision is that it is a penalty. To Ivory Coast, so the whistle goes. We're about to see the first goal of the game. We are,
Hey, the goalkeeper almost
because it is
caught
turned
the
in.
ball. She tried.
Ines gone up with her 5th goal of the tournament.
Sometimes football is actually not really good to look at the face of the goalkeeper when
Not enough to prevent it from
he or she is being scored.
going in.
If you're a very emotional person, you feel so pity.
See that?
Hey,
She
like,
was very close to Ghana.
there must always be a winner and
Number
loser. Alright guys, let's take a look at this match prediction. The consensus prediction for the Ivory Coast
Enough.
versus Ghana, Women African Cup of Nations WAFCON 2026 World Cup play-in match leans towards a highly competitive, high-scoring affair,
Second penalty.
with bookmakers and analysts giving Ghana a slight structural edge, but predicting a potential 2-1 or 3-1 outcome, or a draw leading to a penalty. So the match plays today, August 13, 2026, at the Stade Larbi Zaouli in Casablanca. The stakes are massive. The winner advances to the FIFA Women's World Cup Intercontinental Playoffs, while the loser is eliminated. So looking at the key match insights, what is at stakes? Both teams suffered heartbreaking 2-1 defeat in the WAFCON 2026 quarterfinals. Ivory Coast to Algeria, Ghana to Malawi. So this match is their final lifeline to keep their 2027 World Cup dreams alive. On the side of Ivory Coast form, the Lady Elephants look incredibly strong in the group stage, earning 7 points. They have scored in every single WAFCON match they have played this year, boasting 9 wins from 13 matches in 2026. So on the side of Ghana's form, the Black Queens had a patchier tournament run, managing only 4 points in the group stage before collapsing against Malawi. So however, bookmakers still regard them as slight favorites due to individual quality. Checking their head-to-head and betting odds, Ghana recent encounter, Ghana beat Ivory Coast 1-0 in 2026 friendly. Then in terms of historical balance, 2 wins each, 2 draws over last 6 meetings. So the cup prediction leans towards both teams possess clinical attacking lines but have shown major defensive vulnerabilities when exposed to transitional counters. Yeah, so given their recent head-to-head tracking, including a wild 3-3 draw in 2025, a high-scoring game is expected. So the final exit for the prediction of this game, while algorithm in predictors favor an Ivory Coast 3-1 win or draw, soccer analysts heavily note that if Ghana's tactical shift tightly contain the central transition, they could edge it out on individual talent, expect an intense battle likely decided by a single goal margin or a penalty shootout. So that's the prediction we have for this game. Like in this channel, we actually have no prediction because it seems like siblings playing one another, and also as West African fans, so we support both teams, so we can only say the best team to carry the day. So I urge you guys to stay tuned and enjoy.
Nigeria or South Africa in a blockbuster meeting coming up in just a few hours' time. We'll go through to phase 1 of the Interconfederation Playoffs. That features 6 teams. 2 from Africa, as said, 2 from Asia, 1 from Oceania, and 1 from CONMEBOL. And we know the teams: Uzbekistan and Chinese Taipei from Asia, Papua New Guinea from Oceania, Ecuador, very likely to be the ones from CONMEBOL. It will depend on rankings a bit later date, but very likely to be there. A fair few of those teams are all hovering around the same place in the FIFA rankings. Nigeria, should they make it through, would be the highest ranked side, just above Chinese Taipei. And should the Ivorians make it through, well, they would be the lowest rated side according to World Governing Body FIFA's rankings. There'll be 3 games each for the teams. No sides from the same continent can play one another. This comes into the middle. Says Marvo trying to atone. Up goes Doris. Paly-Off. Ivory is looking to break it out into that early lead. Princess Marvo. Back to how the qualifying system works. Here she is again. So, as I said, top 2 in the 6 team pool go through, and then it's a lot easier when you get to the phase 2 of the Interconfederational Playoffs. 6 teams, again sides from all over this time, with a side from European governing body UEFA coming in, and then it's just 1 match after 3. Win that, you're at Brazil. So this is the first of 5 games. Potentially for one of these sides, were they to make it to Brazil. As you can see, it was a lot easier to win the quarterfinals of the Women's AFCON and navigate what will be a very difficult qualifying route. Also Boakye for Ghana. Hugely experienced figure at the back. Boakye, 37 years young. Josephine Bonsu. Boakye hasn't missed a minute for her side. Here's Chantal Boy-Clap. Forward to Princess. Amani there. On your screen, plays for Bayern Munich in Germany, no less. 28 years of age, the central midfielder. Won the penalty, what a start for her side. Very key player, as you can imagine, in that midfield area. Some tireless work as Princess tries to play it into the middle, looking for Paly-Off. Striker who's struggled for goals since the opening day of the tournament for Ghana. Ghana having made it through in 2nd place in Group D behind Cameroon, who are of course in Sunday's final. They won their opening game, the Black Queens, against Cape Verde by 2-0. Paly-Off having already scored by this stage of that game, just 6 minutes it took. She's not done so since she thought she got on the score sheet against Malawi, but the goal was ruled out for offside. Well, a nice header. It was in no man's land, or no woman's land, let's say. Frustrating tournament goes on. She was top scorer, joint top scorer of Paly-Off in the African qualifying campaign for the Women's African Cup of Nations. She'll be hoping her scoring form returns in these Women's World Cup qualifiers. Grace Santua bursting forward and pulled back illegally by Amani. Be a good tussle between those two. That's a yellow card for Amani early on. And that is the last thing she'd have wanted. With less than a quarter of an hour on the clock for Amani. Yellow card for player number 6. بنقصها للاعب رقم 6 المنتخب كوت ديفوار كابولا أمين. Issuing the instructions in French, she's actually the 3rd choice goalkeeper.
That's a dangerous free kick
Gone off.
from Ghana there.
2nd choice goalkeeper Leslie Kalan Amani is injured, and that is why the teenager has been thrust into this vital tie. As Ghana win their first corner of the game, she's just 18 years of age. Connaught plays her football in Ivory Coast with Stella Club. She'll hope to be protected by what has been a fairly experienced defence in front of her, Diakite Yapo. One of those players having missed a minute of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations campaign. Hopefully they can give her the protection she needs. Up it goes, and Princess with the header. Well wide. That's centre, very nicely done. Mexico-based midfielder. Cotton, one of a handful of players in this squad. You can count on the fingers of one hand who actually play their club football in Ghana. One of the 23-year-old goalkeeper with Summertex ladies back home. I think that's been given as a handball against Rosamond Kouassi, who was suspended for the Algeria tie after. Rebecca Ella. An apology as well from the Ivorian number 10. There you go. Just caught by the 31-year-old. Hello. Here's the cross into the middle. There's the header. Just a little jump. Once again, it is the young teenager's voice that we can hear. Trying to line up a wall. This is a long way out for Portia Boache. To the right hand side it goes. Looking for Simon. Benedict Simon. Back into the side today. And full back on the right hand side in place of Comfort Yaboa. They've been swapping positions throughout the tournament, really. Bonsu has made the left back slot her own for Ghana with this event. Boache as far as Bonsu. Susan Dua. Another regular at the back for Ghana. Only as far as Kwasi, who can be full of running and danger on her day. As a Ghana player down, and I think this is going to get touched out. Well, it isn't by the time South African official beckons on the medical crew. Something White is down, but that's not what they will want. She's a key player in there. Fairly innocuous. I don't think Essie Dogba knew too much about the contact she inflicted on the Ghanaian midfielder. Along with Jennifer Kujo. She is just a regular as we see the foul that led to the penalty. And the good fortune in some ways for Ines Connaught. And she gave the Ivories a 4th minute lead. Plays her football in Strasbourg. And the top flight in France does that 24-year-old Connaught. A hugely influential campaign. And when they have the likes of Kwasi, Connaught and Wedra-Ogo all together, quite a formidable attack. The Ivorians. Sira Wedra-Ogo, just 18 years of age. She scored 2 goals in the group stage. Thought she had a third in the quarter-final against Algeria, only for it to be ruled out for offside, correctly so. And then she was sent off after a VAR review for a challenge on Algeria's goalkeeper Chloé Ngazi, catching her in the face with her boot despite trying to pull her foot back, but nonetheless that was deemed enough for her to leave the pitch. And she has certainly made her mark at this tournament and very much identified herself as a player to watch for the future. Plays her football in Denmark with Nordsjælland. Aisha Fafana is being told to move away by Boy Hawkler. Boache. It's going to be an Ivorian head that gets that away. Here's Ruth Grace Seri. Diakite to Anastasi Bey. Bey asking a lot of Connaught. Santewa, thankfully back up. Dua. Good job. Only as far as the goal scorer. Kite only finding Boy Hawkler, who switches it out to Princess. Ghana on the charge, and Princess unable to hit the target, but really nicely found by Chantal Boy Hawkler.
Ghana missing chance.
And he strike from Princess. A second opportunity of the game so far. She's had both the Black Queen's chances.
You missed it. You missed it.
Never troubling. Connaught. Got a lot of space out on that left-hand side. Boache. Bonsu. Boache again under pressure from Connor. And a little push in the back on her as well. Ghana will have the free kick. This is her 6th Women's Africa Cup of Nations tournament. Portia Boache, that she's played in here in Morocco. Well over 100 caps. Debut back in 2010. Despite that, she has never played in a Women's World Cup. Ghana have had a pretty unfortunate record at times because they've regularly finished 3rd in this tournament, which is normally enough to get you through to the Women's World Cup as a qualifier. It's just they always do it in the years when there is not Women's World Cup qualification on the line. For example, they were 3rd last time around here in Morocco. But as I said, it wasn't a Women's World Cup qualifying campaign. Fofana, rudely brought down by Boache, who may well find herself going into the referee's notebook. And does, and deservedly so. Fofana is rolling around on the floor. No hesitation either from the assistant referee. Or the official in the middle himself. Fofana back up on her feet, the 25-year-old. Certainly took a clattering. Now a challenge from Boache. It is a humid day here in Casablanca. Rather sticky. Hasn't been as hot as some, but feel the humidity certainly. Ghana with 68% possession so far. Ivory Coast with the lead. Can they double it as we approach the half hour? Marnie who's really won a penalty. Can she now help a second? Into the middle it goes, and it was Diakite who came in, the centre-back. Able to make use of it. Boadua. Dispossessed in the centre of the park by Dagba. Hello. Cut in her tracks by a combination of 2 Ghanaian players, including Simon. Possession from the Ivorians. Amani. Kwasi. Connell back to Kwasi. This is nicely done for Fana. 2 in the middle. And now 3 with Connell coming in. Unable to get on the end of it. Really nicely worked down this right hand side by the Lady Elephants. Owadua gets her foot on the ball, but the judge to have fouled Paly. Paly, one of 4 players with ASEC Mimosas, the famous side in Abidjan. The runners-up in last year's CAF Women's Champions League. Another player goes down in the area for Ivory Coast. Seri it was. Santua. Stella Nyameche into Owadua. Simon. Tussling with Elo. That'll be a Ghana free kick. The player brought ball into the side today for her first start of the tournament. Just the 1 substitute appearance up to now. She lasted less than 20 minutes for the 20-year-old. Cheers, Nyameche. Blanche delivers. As far as Seri. Seri puts a lot on that. Just gives the ball back to the Ghanaians. Asentewa, space on this right hand side, and here they are. They're in behind the Black Queens. 2 in the middle. Owadua is one of them.
Can you imagine?
And that's an important intervention by Diakite.
Very clear chance.
The offside flag went up in any case, but she wasn't to know that.
They will have a good team. But when it matters
Just
more
went
than
a
that,
fraction too early, but that was promising for Ghana.
they disappoint. That is one thing.
Diakite, who plays football in Turkey with Fenerbahce. 31 years of age, using her experience and know-how to cut off the supply line to Owadua. Going one way, then the other.
They always lack that little,
She's done well to win the corner.
little spice on the kick.
Cheeky, twisting, turning.
Little eyes on the kick
The Valencia player.
to spice it up. It's always lacking. I don't know why.
With the delivery, very deep, and unable to head it back in. Boy Hawker away. Santua getting a word from the referee. Bjorkegren describes the failure to beat Malawi in Sunday's quarter-final. It's possibly the worst feeling I've had in 20 years of coaching. I'm feeling so much for this team. I really wanted to help them go to the first World Cup in 20 years. We felt we had a good chance to do it. We just didn't perform well enough. Well, to of course have this opportunity today. They've called the game. One of the most important in Ghanaian's women's football in 20 years. Well, they did lead early on, but not for long. Said they found goals hard to come by Ghana. In their 4 games here, they've scored 4. And until kick-off today, conceded 4. That's up to 5, of course. Ivory is far more offensive in attack. That's a good ball into the middle, though. Far too close to Conlon. Not being attacked either. The Elephants with their 10th goal of the tournament this afternoon. And they've spread it around as well. Santiwa. He's not going to get on the end of that. Hello. And again, hello. Well read by Boache. Skips past one and then another. Into Boadua. Inside the fullback. This is promising for the Black Queens. Yameche looking to play it towards Princess, unable to find her. Boache. Well, the centre-back, rolling back the years. She did used to be a forward, of course, and she has stayed very, very high. I think once again the offside flag. It's gone up. Because Giameche went a little early. Well, that was a free kick in a really good position for Ghana. Actually using her experience in winning it. Nice first touch from Elo. She's got space on this right-hand side. There are 2 coming forward. One of them's Kwasi. Fafana overlapping. Here is Fafana. Into the middle it goes, and striker goal. Well, is that going to be a goal kick or a corner? It's going to be a goal kick in the end. Bursting in was Connor. Just asked a little bit too much of the fullback here with this pass. I don't think it needed that much weight. But she did well to hit the Ivorian goal scorer, but a very tight angle in the end. But they haven't created too many opportunities at all since their goal from the penalty spot. That was very much the best of them for the Lady Elephants. Boache, now based in the Democratic Republic of Congo in TP Mazembe. African champions now in both women's club football and the men's game, but multiple titles. Santiwa. Antonio Meche, he's switched flanks with Ellis right handball. Yes, indeed. Fafana's going to go into the book for that, and that seems harsh. Let's have a look. Right into the middle. I think she was possibly trying to get her arm out of the way. I said it was Fafana. It's actually who's gone into the book. Either way. Tough caution. Sonia Meche. this, so too Boache. Boache scored at the last AFCON in the semi-finals when giving Ghana the lead against Morocco, only for the Black Queens to go down on penalties. Just 20 years of age. Or youth. Take this over the experience of the evergreen Boache, who has taken countless free kicks at this tournament so far for Ghana. You would think it favours the right footer. Up steps Yamiche to the wall. And then Princess again. And they got a touch and given as a goal kick. The goalkeeper got a hand on it. Princess again with an effort on goal. I think a judge to have fouled in the moment preceding her getting her shot away. There's a Ghana supporter. Very keen that there was a handball somewhere in there. But the foul has been given. Flicked on by Dagba. Princess. Makes a fall in the Netherlands with PSV Eindhoven, who she joined just a couple of months ago. Been playing at AFC in the United States last year alongside Asisa Oshuala of Nigeria, of course, and Zambia's Rachel Kundananji. That's the world's most expensive player, so keeping some decent company. Involved in this game, but yet to deliver a moment of quality. But she's had all three of Ghana's chances. Santoa goes down. Again, the sportsmanship is very evident as Dagba apologises for the foul.
41 minutes on the watch.
Princess. Simon overlapping. Santua back to the Ghanaian winger. That's not the best clearance at the back from Diakite. He comes over to pop up. Is going to get some treatment as well. Based in Israel, is the 23-year-old with Hapoel Katamon. Scored a lovely goal against Cape Verde. It was a really nicely taken lob with the outside of her right foot. There wasn't much in there at all. But look, she just pulled up all by herself. Tends to indicate no problem. And I wonder if she'll be able to continue. She was Ghana's Women's Player of the Year a couple of years ago. A couple of years before that, she was nominated for CAF's not just Player of the Year, but also Young Player of the Year. I wonder if she's going to be able to come back out for the second half, Doris Boadua. Substitutes warming up. particularly Evelyn Badu, who's seen a fair amount of playing time here so far. So currently Ghana playing with 10 as we approach half-time. White Hawker went down and thought she had got the free kick. Instead it's gone the other way for the England-based player. Plays football in the second tier in England with Nottingham Forest.
These are serious fights.
Just muscled off it. Bonser away. Still Boadu receiving treatment. And I think the substitute is indeed going to be happening. And that is the race run for Ghana's number 9. And it will indeed be Evelyn Badu who's going to come on. Fafana down the line. That's promising into Kouassi. Kouassi skipped fast forward into the middle. It goes and a touch came in from a Ghana and took it into Cotman's hands.
Scored again. 44 minutes on the watch.
Good defensive work there by Kucho. Just for a moment, Kouassi was away. 4 minutes of additional time.
4 minutes added time.
As Badu, 23-year-old based in Canada, prepares to come on. That's loose from Ghana. And this is an opportunity for the Lady Elephants to get another shot away, but smart defending at the back from Dua. استجسنا فوقنا طريق السباق متخلف غانا player number 9 لعبة 9 دوريس وضوء is replaced by player number 13 تم تعويضها من على 13 إيفري It's very much like she pulled her hamstring. Boadu. Hello. Too much on that again. So Badu is simply replaced Boadu in the centre forward position. Hustling and bustling, but the throw-in goes Ghana's way. What the sight you want to see? Well, I think that's going to be weeks rather than months for Boadu. Kouassi. Just taking her time. Fafana. Getting a round of applause from the smattering of Black Queen supporters inside that Labizali Stadium. First time Ghana have played it the tournament, despite playing all their group stage games in Casablanca, but they were all at the nearby Moulay Rashid Stadium. Ivory Coast have played here already, and they've won both of their games against the Burkinabe. Match day 1 in their group, and then against Tanzania in the final game in Group B. So far, they are on course to repeat the feat. Do that with just 20 seconds or so to go to the half-time whistle. So he tries the challenger, Santiago. They're just asking for the ball, not coming her way. And that's it. Time's up. And a fairly tight opening period. Very much decided by that early penalty to the Ivorians, awarded in the very first minute of play. Just 45 or so seconds on the clock when Amani, the Ivorian captain, was brought down by Princess Marfo, allowing Ines Kono to convert from the penalty spot. Princess had chances for Ghana's Black Queens, but unable to convert, which means it's advantage Ivory Coast at the break in Casablanca at the half-time. It is Ivory Coast 1, Ghana 0. Capital Rabat to the Moulay El Hassan Stadium for the second semi-final in the Total Energies Women's Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2026 as the host nation see if they can make it through to the final yet again. Cameroon, of course, the opponents for the host nation today. Aitel Hart delivered and up goes Massoudi against the post. 14 minutes on the clock, and that's the closest we've come by far. Massoudi looking for a second of the tournament. Fulton header away. And Chebak misses it, so another opportunity for the centre-back. Two decent crosses now from her. And that is Cameroon's first shot on target of the game. And it's come in the 59th minute. Not much power on the header from Ungamanga. Teague up for Draidi again. This might fall to Azraoui. Here is Azraoui. Options to the right, Massoudi. Two in the middle. Striker goal hits the side netting. Well, they were up on their feet in the stands, hoping against hope that that was inside the goal. But Massoudi unable to keep it in play. For once, a little bit ragged in the Cameroonian defence. Ivory to Israeli, who turns and gets away from. And so into the middle it goes and drops by Michele. She gathers at the second attempt. Well, that was far from convincing. She managed to get there in the end. The cross managed to come in as well. Very happy to smother that. And back to attack now. Can she get the cross right on this occasion? Skips inside. Cuts it back to Saoud. And defended away, and now Saoud again. It just lacked Benin the strike. That was straight at Michele. And that's Morocco's first proper chance in nearly half an hour. It had promise. Again, it came to very little. A free hit really for Cameroon in this tournament. Uzraoui does well to dispossess the gone for once. And still she goes forward. Past Malikin. Twinkling skills from Uzraoui. Oh, she just couldn't get past Unyadu. It seems she'd done the hard part. Tagged out, space in the back from Massoudi. And she cannot hit the target. She came the closest we've seen early on. And heading against the crossbar. She's down on the floor, as is a Cameroonian player as well. It was superb from Sakina Uzraoui right until that point, and then she had the presence of mind to find Tagnell. Good cross in, no goals. And we head into the first extra time of this tournament. Uzraoui still going. And Yadju as Uzraoui goes down in the area. Hoping, of course, that a decision will come her way, one that could result in a penalty to Morocco, and they are up in the stands again, arms imploring the referee to check this. No doubt that Uzraoui making the most of it as well. And here is the decision, a massive moment in this semi-final. Penalty given to Morocco. Well, they've got penalty takers aplenty on the pitch, and they've handed it to this substitute. Looking for her first goal of the competition, and the one that will surely send Morocco into Sunday's final of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. It is saved by Michele. Oh, what drama in the dying minutes here. Michele takes the applause, and the goalkeeper who fingered off Nigeria has now prevented Morocco as well. We are now going to see further spot kicks after the game, after extra time ended. Morocco 0, Cameroon 0. She has been very consistent for Morocco in this tournament. Up she steps, Aitel Hart, and she goes right. And Michele had done her homework because she went right. Ungamanga to level it up for Cameroon. She makes it look very, very easy. Slotted it in very coolly, and this time she cannot find the back of the net because Michele is the hero again for Cameroon. Her second penalty save of the night, but her first in the shootout. One look on. Can she give Cameroon the lead? She can't. Amici dives to her right and stops it, and still there is nothing to separate these two sides. Can she give Morocco the lead again? She can't. Oh, that's an outstanding save from Michele. Absolutely top draw. tonight for the Cameroonian. She simply will not be beaten to send her nation through, and singing and dancing, and she's done exactly that. Cameroon have knocked out host nation Morocco and are through to the final of the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations, where they will face Malawi, and they have done it the hard way. What an evening. Morocco out, they go into the third place playoff against Algeria on Saturday, where they did not want to be. Cameroon will meet Malawi, and one of those two will be champions on Sunday night.
From the grandest stage, the badges change, but the passion remains.
This is big. So the players, both teams, back out on the pitch. The referee too. Huddle, as we've seen so often at the grounds in Morocco over the last few weeks. Ivory Coast, 45 minutes away from finishing the first leg of a 3-leg journey, if they are to make it to Brazil next year. They lead in case you're joining us late, courtesy of a 4th minute penalty from Ines Kono, after a foul in the very first minute of the game on the Ivorian skipper Amani. The foul by that player wearing number 7 for Ghana, Francis Marfo. Diakite. That's Ghana. Early throw. Dua into the middle. Bailey away. Simon. Free kick spotted, and this will go Ghana's way. Wache and Yumeche standing over it again. It looks like it's going to be Yumeche. Dinked in, but oh dear, Ivorian boot on it. Simon tries to keep it alive for the Black Queens. Nicely worked onto her left, tries to get the cross in. Free kick goes the Ivory Coast way. I think for an inadvertent handball. Diakite. Dua away. And Amani mopping up as she regularly does. And a fantastic season with Bayern Munich, winning the double, both the league and the cup. 28-year-old. Princess. Simon loses it. Seri sent on her way, but too much to do. Seri, you've got a couple of goals in that extraordinary game in the group stage against South Africa. The Ivorians took a 2-0 lead, and then Banyana, 2022 African champions, fighting for their life. Pulled one back with 20 to go, and then got an equaliser in the 99th minute of the game to keep their dreams alive. Dreams that, of course, ended in the quarterfinals.
47 minutes on the watch.
And in just under 2 hours, they will go up against
Ghana needs to do
defending
something.
African champions Nigeria
I want to get something out of this.
for a place in the next round of this Women's World Cup qualifying series. Connor spills it. Well, this is surely a chance, and it is. Well, when it counts, I don't think it will. Well, Ghana had the ball at the back of the net very early in the second half. Connor down on the floor. The Ghanaians protesting, feeling that nothing should have earned a whistle from the referee. This is a big call. And that is the Ghanaian coaching staff. Well, let's have a look at this. Into the middle from Simon. Out came Connor, who flapped at it. Knocked into the middle by Badu. Did she have two hands on the ball is the question. Sweto. This is the moment. That is the decision for the referee, or Stella Nyameche, who turned it home. And she's still down on the floor, that young goalkeeper for Ivory Coast, who, I said earlier, was brought in because in the last game, Aramatu Diakite, well, she was questionable for both Algeria's goals, particularly the second one from Amira Oud-Braham from 35 yards out or so, which bounced in front of her. She went down very, very early, the Ivorian goalkeeper. And so he, Reynald Pedros, decided to make a change, and bravely, with his second choice goalkeeper injured, he brought in his third choice one. It's a big, big moment, this. How much control did she have on the ball? I'm not convinced she had that fully under her control, so I'm not the one, of course, making the decisions. As you can imagine, this is being looked at. A key moment in the first Women's World Cup qualifier of the day. At present, the goal ruled out. Did she have both hands on the ball and in control? She was just trying to get both hands on the ball when Badu got the touch that played it into Yumeche. Tense moment as the referee, Akona Makalima of South Africa, awaits instructions. Will she be sent to the screen, or will her on-field decision stand? Ghana obviously will be hoping against hope that they can find themselves level. They struggle to make clear-cut chances in the opening 45. This would be just the platform that they would need for the start of the second period. She has not given the goal. Well, some Ghanaian players were celebrating, thinking that she had, in particular, Evelyn Badu, who played it across in the middle. But no. So the Ivorians escape. You can see the smiles on some of their supporters. And Connell can breathe a little easier. Will that give the Black Queens encouragement? Santua forward. Amani back. Here is Connor again. And it's going to be very interesting watching her over the next few minutes. She's just apologising for her defence because she knows she didn't quite get that pass right either. This is pressure like she's not known before. That's just 18 years of age. Well, look, the Ghanaians are still complaining to the officials on the touchline.
Because
came in last time, guided Ghana to third. In a non-Women's World Cup qualifying year, they also finished third in 2016, which was another non-Women's World Cup qualifying year. Looking long after Badu, nicely taken on her chest. Dribbles past one, still she goes, Badu. Just too much on it, Princess. Connell storms out and gathers and then looks for Connell. Boy Hawkler. Fafana with a header. Santo up. There's an Ivorian down on the floor, just outside the Ivorian penalty area, not spotted by the referee at present. Simon to Princess. The Princess adjudged to have fouled Elo. And you can hear a lot of heated, angry voices inside this stadium. Well, Fafana is still down on the ground, so there's going to be Another hold up in play. Arm across the face of Hello from Marfo. That's Fafana. She must have landed awkwardly, possibly on her arm, or I think it is indeed. You can see her left arm receiving treatment. Aisha Fafana. Well, as said, Ivory Coast have ever been to one Women's World Cup. It was in Canada 11 years ago. It didn't exactly go to plan. They played 3, lost 3, scored 3, conceded 16. Their introduction to the top tier of global women's football was a 10-0 thumping by Germany. And they went down narrowly to Thailand by 3-2 before being beaten by Norway by 3-1. But 2 of their 3 goals were scored by a player who's on the substitutes bench today, Ange Nguesson, 35 years of age, based in Spain, with Tenerife yet to play at this tournament. She did play and score the Women's Africa Cup of Nations way back in 2012. Will she see any action? Well, there's another player down. This time it's Badu in the centre of the park, and once again the South African official will stop the play. She scored the all-important goal in the final group game for Ghana, did Badu, against Mali, to ensure that Ghana came away with a point in that game, which was what they needed to make it into the knockout phase. She's a former captain of Ghana's under-20 side as well, having led her nation with pride at the under-20 Women's World Cup. But she is currently being the second Ghanaian player to be stretchered off the pitch. Boadua did not come back on. And her replacement, Badu, is now also being carried off. She's sitting up instantly, and I suspect she's going to be just fine to continue. The former CAF Young Player of the Year, Badu. She's going to have to wait the requisite minute before she can come back on it. In the meantime, Boy Hawkler trying to get in behind the Ivorian defence. And that's a corner that she's managed to win. Still waits as you can see the strapping is applied, and it comes Princess with the header for the Black Queens, and she atones for her error, and Ghana are level in this Women's World Cup qualifier, and the player who conceded the penalty in the very first minute has brought a nation level. Really good header as well. She has had all the chances as Princess, and the teenage goalkeeper is beaten, headed down, bouncing just in front of Connell. Got a hand to it, but no more than that, and Ghana are back in this. They thought they were just around 10 minutes ago, only for Yameche's goal to be ruled out. They're now just before the hour. They are level. Game on. back as well. Fafana, looking for Seri. Cries of leave it from Conlon. Agane keep it to Bonsu. Kujo. Oh, and Emerald. Did a little touch on that, so Ghana will have the throw. Simon forward to Princess. 3 chances in the first half, came to nothing for her. She will be delighted, the 22-year-old. 2 were converted. She was the first female graduate to ever come out of Ghana's Right to Dream Academy. She did when turning 18 in 2022. Produced a host of players right to dream. And Kudos amongst them. Has been doing so for many a year. Ivory goes forward. That's a really good strike and an excellent bit of defending as well. Not once but twice from Kujo, who got her body in the way. Head the first time, her chest the second. Excellent defensive play by the 32-year-old Ghanaian midfielder. And here's Princess again. Free kick goes the Ivorians' way. Kwasi it was who came in. Was the one on the chest. She blocked her previous one as well. Stood her ground, and see she put her arms behind her back as well to make sure that she wasn't at risk of giving a penalty. Kajoru's based in the United States and has been for a long, long while. Ivorians have it all to do once again. Diakite, Seri. But you can hear the screams from here. So nervously looking on, having called Fafana, who's been in the wars a little bit today, the Ivorian fullback.
Serious clash.
Planted by Boache in the first half. Now by Bonsu in the second. Picks this up. Seri. Dua. Takes it off her toes and looks to bring in Badu. Back into Connell. Well, if this is not decided at 90 minutes, there will be extra time. That cannot produce a winner. There'll be penalties as well. Asantua, Simon. Asantua goes down. It's caught by Amani. Booked in the first half along with Bayi. Walking a tightrope, of course. Santiwa might just be reminding the referee of that. So Kucho goes forward to trying to host the players entering the Ivorian area for Ghana. Bay away. Dua. Well, they've still got numbers forward, Ghana, and they've got players over as well. Striker goal from Santiwa. Well, she's asking for handball.
That's supposed to be a handball, I guess.
And then Ivory goes break at the other end instantly. 2-on-2. Seri in the middle just overruns it.
That's supposed to be a handball. They need to check.
That's gone on and looks angry with herself at Mali. Another chance for the Ivorians. Dispossessed. Badu. Nicely controlled and lovely turn as well from Badu. The referee stops play, and is that to look at a possible handball from Yapo while the Ivorians living dangerously. The Ghanaians arguing the case because they think that Aboa Yapo handled this strike from Grace Asantewa. Was the ball hand in an unnatural position? Was it away from the body? Or was it fairly close to her body? Oh, the game was broken up. Once again, Makalima in communication with her VAR team. We've had a goal disallowed at the start of this half. We've had a penalty awarded in the very first minute of the game that was checked as well. It wasn't until the 4th minute that it was taken. And the Ghanaians, who trailed, could, as this game edges towards the final quarter, find themselves ahead. Well, I'm not surprised that she's asking the Ghanaian technical bench just to calm things down a bit. They have constantly been talking to the 4th official. So remember, the technical bench from Morocco issued a red card last night. Well, instantly she claimed it at Santiwa. She was certain it hit the hand, and I don't think that's under any doubt. The question for the officials, of course, is whether I said it was in an unnatural position. It was fairly tight to her chest. Certainly inside the area. She was bringing her hand towards her body. We wait, as we so often do, but a big moment again in this game. He's a tall figure, Bjorkegren. He's watching on, and he'll be delighted to see that Akona Makalima is going to have a look at the screen, which tends to mean one thing. She's being shown the contact first. I think it might help if she got shown this in real time. Struck by Asantewa, who scored in qualifying. That was for WAFCON. This is obviously for the Women's World Cup. It's a big, big call. She is understandably taking her time. Well, she seems to have made her decision. Penalty or not? It is indeed a penalty to Ghana. And it's at the very same end where Connor gave the Ivorians the lead. Now it's a different Connor. Ocean, not Ines, who will be tasked with trying to prevent a penalty rather than score one. So once again,
Penalty
the nerves,
for Ghana.
the tension.
I said that was a penalty.
Could this be the goal that will take Ghana into the interconfederational playoffs? Oh, there's going to be a substitution first. Can you imagine? As Josephine Bonsu waits to take the spot kick. This is surely an attempt to put off the penalty taker. Well, who knows? It's Ami Jano, centre forward, and Asek Mimosas who comes on. The midfielder who goes off. Bonsu for the Black Queens. Blast it home. And Ghana, who were trailing, now lead. And they have got 20 minutes just under to hold on if they are to make it through to the next round of Women's World Cup qualifying. Well, she took her time. She handled her nerves and Connell went the right way but was nowhere near it in truth. Accomplished penalty, and look at that smile from Bonsu, based in Germany. She'll be playing in the second tier next year after her club were relegated last season. She won't be thinking about that right now. And if your surname begins with B for Ghana, this football tournament in the last few weeks, you tend to find the back of the net Boy Hawkler, Badu, Boadua, and now Bonsu as well, to add to an own goal in the very first game. And the Princesses strike just before the hour. The pendulum swings. Nice turn from Kwasi. Stopped illegally. And the Lady Elephants will have a free kick. Yapo conceded that penalty. She's a right back by trade, the left back for the Ivorians, but right-footed primarily, but in the absence of other opportunities, a left back for Ivory Coast. She has taken up that position. And that's the feeling of Reynald Pedros, who feels it is harsh, and understandably so, I'd have thought. took charge in January of last year. 54-year-old. He's won the European Champions League with Lyon in the past. But Africa has been his home in the women's game in recent years. Kwasi. The Ivorians needing a goal. Santewa. Space on this right-hand side. Nicely played and nicely found. Princess. Badu in the middle. Goes back to Boy Hawker. Boy Hawker with the strike. Yapo with the block. Hello. And again. Seri. So much space out on the right-hand side. Kwasi, lovely first touch from her. No decision goes the Ivorians' way. So two centre forwards now, Jallo and Connell. A more conventional 4-4-2 rather than a 4-2-3-1 now for Ivory Coast. Boy Hawker looking for Badu. And Mali. Bit of energy and urgency coming into that Ivorian midfield. Kwasi. Gets the cross in. Wins the corner as well. Oh, this is much better. Good response here from the Lady Elephants. So having taken the responsibility, has not missed a minute of this campaign for the Black Queens. Well, before the corner, there's going to be another substitution from Ivory Coast. Frederic Abugua is on for Connell. Connell gave her side the lead, and now Abugua is going to have to do something special as well. She won the penalty against Algeria in the quarter-finals. That's a super header and tip behind. Diakite Rose guided it on target, and Conlon was equal to it. Good football all round, good delivery, excellent attempts on goal and smart keeping. Now go again. This time it's a Ghanaian head that gets it away. Seri. The referee has paused play with the game underway. Is that because of that? Well, it must be a possible head injury to Susan Dua. Instantly went down holding her head. Here's the effort from Diakite, glancing header. Was creeping under the crossbar. Two good hands from Conlon. Said before the Malawi match, we really want to go back to the World Cup. Well, I said earlier, they've got a long way to go if they do. They first appeared in 1999. And they finished bottom of their group. They managed to draw against Australia. Were thumped 7-0 by the People's Republic of China, who went on to finish runners-up that year. And also lost to Sweden. And then in 2003, Ghana, the only time they've actually managed to not finish bottom of the pile, came after they won their only game. Once again beaten by the Chinese and then by Russia. But in their final group game, they defeated Australia by 2-1, a brace from then African Women's Player of the Year, Alberta Saki, scored a stunning strike from range. And that to date is still the only victory ever by the Black Queens at the Women's World Cup. They did go back in 2007, and on that occasion, well, they fared worse. Played 3, lost 3, goals for 3 and against 15. Heavily beaten by Australia, Canada and Norway. Well, Dua is not going to be able to continue, I don't think, because there have been signals that she needs to come off. Here's Bonsu's key moment. She looked incredibly calm, 26-year-old. And after the tension, the release and the relief. You don't want to see anything to do with head injuries. And Dua, based in Portugal with a racing power. She's only missed minutes when she's taken an injury, as she did against Cape Verde in the group stages. And she is the third Ghanaian player to be stretched off. She will be being replaced. In fact, Ghana are going to make a double substitution. Amina Opoku
81 minutes and what?
will be coming on, but not right now. Currently playing with 10. Kouassi. Santua concedes the corner. This will surely give the Ghanaians an opportunity to get their subs on. Opoku is a 22-year-old who's based in India with East Bengal. Just the one appearance so far. And the other player who's going to be coming on is Sharon Sampson, a forward. Ivory is getting on with it in the meantime. Bayi trying to get something on the delivery in the middle. Yameche, she keep this in for the Black Queens. Unable to do so, Ivory Coast have the throw, and finally now they can make their substitutions. And Yameche also coming off, and that's who Sampson will replace. Sharon Sampson scored the only goal when these two sides met just under a month ago in a pre-WAFCON warm-up. Which Ghana edged by a goal to 0. And here they are again, leading by a solitary strike, albeit 2-1 on this occasion. 23-year-old forward based in Sweden, Sampson, just like Opoku, who will just slot in to replace Dua. This is only second appearance in Morocco in these last few weeks. There is an early touch for Opoku. Into the middle it goes. Up right is Condon. Very convincingly. That's what defensive unit will want to see. Especially with what is on the line. Badu. Oh, well, she raised her foot and that looked painful for the Ivorian who was going in, and Badu is going to be going into the book for that challenge on Bayi. High foot and low head, and thankfully Bayi doesn't seem to be too badly injured. She's holding the side of her head still. local princess. Actually, it's the latest Ghana to go off the pitch. Oh, what it would mean to her if she could see out her career at the Women's World Cup. Unbelievable service she's given her nation over the years. For scant reward, she's never even got to the final. Ghana have been to the final of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations on 3 occasions, all of them between 1998 and 2006, and that was 4 years before her debut. She's been third place finishes the best she's had. Sampson trying to work the opening. Sampson. Amani. Long they go. Santiwa. Badu. Space on the left-hand side for Sampson. Princess on the other flank. Chops the shoulder, looking in for Badu. Diakite. The offside flag goes up anyway. Advantage not played. We're going to bring on Linda Owusu-Ansah, captain of the under-20 side for the final few minutes. And it's Asante who's going to go off. Substitutioner for Ghana. Number 5, please. Asante please. Line number 21. Plays her football in Canada with AFC Toronto. And here she is, her first touch of the ball. Driving forward. Goes down, but no free kick. White back on the pitch, reading that well. To play it into the middle, and Poku the other. Ghana substitute, one of many, clearing that away. Princess runs into traffic. Amani. There will be 9 minutes of additional time. I'm not surprised it's so long. So there is going to be an nervy, edgy finish at the end of this Women's World Cup qualifier. Ghana currently on the verge of making it through to the next phase, that is, onto the competition. Proper. Hello. And Simon gets the block in. Boy Hawkler towards Badu. Badu just trying to chest it down as caught Diakite. I think it's more for the contact on the Ivorian defender than the handball. He looks calm. I'm sure he is anything but. Been involved in women's football for many, many years. The 44-year-old Swede. Another free kick. She's got to be a bit careful given that only a yellow. That's deep, and that's surely going to be counted by Conlon, and is. Well, that's missed, and here's Badu. In for the Black Queens. Can she make it 3? She can't. She gets her shot away. Unable to extend the lead, and a rueful smile from Evelyn Badu. is spinning away. Kucho. Tibadou again. Suansa out to Princess. Hello. There's Jallo, who we've seen little of since she's come on there. Centre forward with Mimosas. That's loose. Bonsu picks it up. Badu down on the floor. Samson, who's full of running out power since she's come on, and she's won that. No, she has not. She's fouled her opponent, and it'll be an Ivorian free kick. She gets it back, Samson. Boy Hawkler. Badu in a bit of space on this right-hand side. Princess to her right. Here is Badu looking for Boy Hawkler with the acrobatics. Oh, nice idea. Not the worst effort, but it's going to need something really special and powerful to be come on from there. Some finish looking for her second goal of the tournament, having given Ghana the lead against Malawi in Sunday's quarter-final. A lead that did not last long. Temwa Chawinga, as is her wont, replying shortly after for Rose Kadzere. Sealed the victory for Malawi, which put Ghana into this game. Once again, the whistle blows. Once again, the Ivorians are getting on with it. Fofana. Forward to Kouassi. Amani. Trying to play around the corner. Oh, that's deflected. Kouassi trying to clear. It cannoned ricocheted off an Ivorian player. Could have gone anywhere. And it came off Abragoa. In the end, it is behind for nothing more than a Ghanaian goal kick. They are the wrong end of the pitch for the Ivorians. From the stands, the fact that they want that throw to be taken at a certain amount of time. That's nicely done from Elo. Really good run this. They need bodies in the middle. They need a striker goal. Instead they're just running into Ghanaians again. Yapo conceded the penalty. Onto her right. Up it goes. Jallo. Jallo was offside. And the momentum will go. Nicely controlled by Jallo, one of the nominees for the Interclub Player of the Year, given her fine role with Mimosas last season. Not what was needed then. Mushuasa sliding in. He leaves it and Samson steals it behind. Well, what a mess that was. And again, Samson is penalised. She's a tall, powerful figure. And she's incurring the referee's whistle. Fofana. 2.5 minutes for Ghana to hold out. Boy Hawkler. Amani. Out to Elo. And then, well, she She had all the time in the world, Badu. She's panicked. She's now gone down. Holding her thigh. Stand up if you can is the instruction from Bjorkegren. He just wants them to get on with it. He wants the final whistle to sound. Seri. Bonsu. Looking forward to Owusu answer. Comes out and instantly tries to send the Ivorians forward. That's a foul and that'll be a free kick. Again, Ghana player is down on this occasion. The Lady Elephants just get on with it. No standing on ceremony against the Black Queens on that occasion. Kujo. Hello. Jallo now. Amani trying to feed it back into Jallo. And now the referee does decide to hold up play in the 9th and final minute of the game. It's the substitute. Owusu answer. Running down the clock. Well, Ivorian attention might now turn, if they cannot find an equaliser, to the Olympic qualifiers, which will get underway in October, facing the Democratic Republic of Congo, and whoever wins that could well beat Cameroon in the next round. To make it through 4 rounds of qualifying to get to the Olympics, one of the hardest events on the continent to qualify for. And yet again the stretcher is coming out for a Ghanaian player. She scored the goal in qualifying against Uganda. Owusu answer to get Ghana to next month's Under-20 Women's World Cup in Poland.
This is delay tactics. She's actually causing problem for her.
That will be her next major assignment.
The more the referee will add more extra time.
For now, though, it is Senior Women's World Cup qualifying. And the competition in Brazil that is on the mind. And he's held that flag all game. So, we're in the 11th minute. We do not know how long will be added on, but it can't be much more than a minute of action, I would have thought, when play resumes. Owusu answer off the field and receiving treatment. Makalima, the South African official, drops it down to Bonsu, whose goal is still the difference between these sides. Seri. Do the Ivorians have one last opportunity in them to take this to extra time? Diakite launches it long. Up towards Jallo, who gets the flick. Conlon again gets 2 good hands to the ball. Pumps it forward as the referee puts her whistle to her lips. And the Ghanaian bench storms on the pitch in celebration, because the Black Queens are in contention still to reach next year's Women's World Cup in Brazil. 20 years they have been away for the tournament, and now they will go through to the interconfederational playoffs at the end of the year. Their dream of a 4th Women's World Cup still on. There's still a lot of work to be done. Princess Martha, who conceded the early penalty to the Ivorians, which was converted by Ines Connor. And then she atoned just before the hour mark when heading home from the corner for the Black Queens. And then, with just over 10 minutes or so on the clock, Josephine Bonsu stepped up for the second penalty of the game. Grace Santua's infinite goal handled in the eyes of the refereeing crew by Aboa Yapo. 2-1 Ghana win. And the Ivorians, who thought they had been packing their trunks for the next phase of the competition, the Lady Elephants, instead, their journey has come to an end. And it is that man's side, Kira Bjorkegren, who will be one of two African teams into the 6-team phase 1 of the playoffs. And they'll need to navigate that to reach phase 2 if they are to make it to the finals in Brazil next year. Some reward at least for Ghana after a campaign where they failed to make it through the last 4 of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. For Ivory Coast, well, they've been back at African football's top stage for the first time in over a decade and will have learned plenty, I'm sure. But it has ended in Casablanca, with Ghana winning this Women's World Cup qualifier. Ivory Coast 1, Ghana 2.